The penny shortage was already frustrating to business owners, and now the U.S. has stopped making pennies altogether. Our Randy Hildreth has more on the concern and confusion for retailers navigating cash purchases, plus how it could impact your total at checkout.
The country was already dealing with a penny shortage. Just last month, McDonald's announced some locations didn't have enough pennies and they will start rounding to the nearest nickel if you don't have exact change for that Big Mac. I spoke with a personal finance expert who says now that we're not making pennies any longer, more businesses may face that challenge. We were there for the funeral, steps from the Lincoln Memorial.
I'm gonna miss my man Penny, man.
Long live the penny.
But now the death of the U.S. penny brought life to new problems for business owners and consumers.
There's a lack of guidance, and that's confusing for people.
Ted Rossman is a senior analyst for Bankrate, a personal finance website. He says no federal guidance was issued after penny production ended last month, and now business owners are trying to figure out checkout prices on their own.
Consumers should know that sometimes when you pay with cash, you're not going to get exact change because the business may not have those pennies. And depending on where you are and which retailer we're talking about, they may apply this differently. Sometimes they may round up or down to the nearest 5.
Back in February, President Trump ordered the Department of Treasury to cease production of the penny, saying it cost more to make the penny compared to its actual value. Since then, the American Bank Association and some congressional leaders have asked the government to lay down some rules on billing. Rossman says many businesses are rounding down to the nearest nickel in favor of customers. So if your bill is $8.63, the store may round down to $8.60 to be able to give you exact change. But business owners say the penny pinch could hurt them long term.
Some retailers push back on that and they say, well, actually at scale, even a penny here, a penny there can actually really add up to a lot of money.
The National Retail Federation announced it's working with bill sponsors on the Common Sense Act to nail down rounding guidance. Rossman says it's important to find a balance for business owners and Americans who still use cash as their main currency.
Older people like to use cash. A lot of low-income people like to use cash. While it may seem obvious to some about like, oh, just use your debit card or just use Apple Pay, that doesn't work for everybody.
The U.S. isn't the first to get rid of the penny. Canada did it back in 2012. They used what's called a symmetrical rounding system. The business owner will round up to the nearest nickel or down, depending on your total. In the studio, Randy Hildreth, WUSA 9.